Welcome to Lipsticks and Lariats. Oh. Hey everyone, and welcome to the show. Are you a massive professional wrestling fan? Do you find yourself screaming at the TV, cheering for your favorite superstars, and analyzing every single match? But maybe you feel like the conversation is always dominated by the same voices. Well, get ready, because we're here to change the game. The all-female podcast that's flipping the script on wrestling commentary. We are friends who live and breathe everything from this squared circle. We're talking about the high-flying action, the epic promos, the shocking heel turns, and the drama that happens both in and out of the ring. From the independent scene to the biggest pay-per-views, we cover it all. Each week, we dive deep into the latest news, review recent shows, and give our unfiltered opinions on the biggest storylines. We're not afraid to get passionate, have a laugh, and maybe even disagree a little. We'll break down match psychology, celebrate the incredible athleticism of these performers, and share our predictions for what's coming next. We also love to shine a spotlight on the women's division, celebrating the progress and pushing for even more. So, if you're looking for a fresh, fun, and fiery take on the world of wrestling, you've found your new home. Don't miss out on a single episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and get ready to talk some smack with us.
Welcome to this special episode of Lipsticks and Lariats. This is episode 6 of your favorite podcast with the dynamic duo, the best female tag team in the podcast business, me and my tag partner, Nikki from the bar. Today, we are going to discuss Dynasty, Dynamite, and preview WrestleMania, as we have some topics to touch on. So, Nikki, how are you doing this evening?
I am good, despite my computer having a meltdown. I am here and I am ready to go. So apologies, my friends, but we're good. We're ready to do this.
You are good. You are good. Also, if you don't want to miss a chance to hang with this dynamic duo, make sure you tag that subscription button. Share with your friends, because the more eyes on the show, the better we like it. So, we're not going to do our usual format today. We're just going to jump into some topics that I wanted to get your opinion on.
Mm-hmm.
So, our first topic. Do you think WWE has made a whole generation of fans think that the pile driver is too dangerous of a move to be performed by professionals?
Oh, that is a good question. I'm probably going to say yes. Because when they do, I'm thinking back, you remember when CM Punk pulled it out on John Cena and everyone was like, oh my God, lost their minds and freak out that it's, and then it was only kind of saved for The Undertaker, basically, in his pile driver sort of way. I'm like, when it's done right, it looks so great. But now that you say it, I feel like, I think you're right. I think they've made it kind of like the vertebraker. It's a super scary move. It's so dangerous. And when someone pulls it out, they're unhinged. I never thought about that. But yeah, no, I agree with you.
Next, we're going to talk about everyone's favorite WWE star, Sami Zayn. Do you think Sami getting booked in a way that makes it look as he's robbing opportunities from others?
I don't know. Robbing sounds like a harsh word, but I guess you're right. I feel like he did kind of steal that from Mello. I just think they are pushing him now. That sort of seems at the wrong time. When he was in the bloodline and turned on Roman, he was so hot then. I feel like, Roman not being on TV as much, and I feel like sometimes Sami really carried that storyline. And I feel like they never capitalized on that. And they kind of, the ebbs and flows with them being hot on him and not hot on him is going up and down. And I don't think this is the right time to push him. And if you're going to make him the heel or eventually turn heel, basically it's just on Mello because he basically stole the belt from him. But I don't think that's the right way to book him. I'm like, I get putting him in there because Trick beating him. I think that's maybe one of the only ones I'm like, Trick's definitely winning that match. That like,
I wouldn't
hopefully,
be so sure about that.
oh, I can't.
From what I'm hearing on the streets.
Oh, that's just like, I don't know. I think that again, push your babies, but like him kind of robbing Mello and then Trick coming in and taking it and then going on a tear with it. I'm hoping they put Sammy in that match because again, he does have like the clout and the I don't know, not lineage. That's not the word, but like I feel like the veteran that could put over the young kid. So I'm hoping he got inserted in the match to do that. But if that's not what they're doing, then it does feel like he's robbing people.
Do you think WWE deserves the lower attendance for Mania this year?
Well, yeah. Again, like you're not making this affordable. Like you're saying like wrestling's for kids and wrestling's for families. And I don't know what family of 4 or 3 or 2 could afford to fly to Vegas, get a hotel in Vegas. And even if you're going to be outside the strip, then you're going to have to Uber wherever. But they're saying like, oh, the ticket sales have like increased in the past 2 weeks and like they're good. It's going to be a big gate. Like they're still going to like pad the numbers and be like, this is phenomenal.
Well, yeah, they're going to have record gate because you're charging record pricing.
Like, I don't know. Like they did this to themselves. Like it's sort of like a self-inflicted doom here. Like, do you want the building to sell out? Then make it possible. Like make the tickets people can afford. And again, like I don't understand why you would spend like $1 bazillion to be in the nosebleeds when I can sit in the living room on my comfy couch and see the TV. You're watching.
You don't have to stand in line for concessions. You don't have to stand in line for the bathroom.
Exactly. My snacks are here. My dog is here. The bathroom's right there. Sold.
Yes. I mean, I can see, your floor tickets, your first rows 1 through 4, maybe being a little overpriced. But anything after that should not cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah, like I guess like the floor seats.
Like,
and
I heard somebody say for the price of a front row ticket for WrestleMania, you almost could have a Ferrari sitting in your driveway.
Yeah. I'm saying like it's more expensive than Disney, like Disney trips and all that. It's just like I guess like definitely floor seats. I understand being more expensive. Even I would say like the lower bowl. But once you get higher and higher up, like why would anyone spend money on that? Just I get the point of like I was there and that's bucket list. One day I would love to go to a Mania, but to me like we don't have that kind of money. It wouldn't be worth it to be somewhere that I'm just watching it on a screen anyway.
But it's like when Sting announced his retirement, I told Brendan, I said, his last match will be in Greensboro because that's where his first match was. So we move on. They announced Revolution in Greensboro. So I told Brendan, I said, I'm going to be in there whether I have to be in the nosebleed, whatever, but I'm going to be there just to say I was there for Sting's last match.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 lower bowl tickets, including tax and fees from freaking Ticketmaster for like $180.
Bananas. It's absolutely bananas.
And that was like one of AEW's big pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And you're announcing an icon retiring.
Yeah. I would consider Revolution when they're like, if you want to do like the big 4, but it's still like, it's like, I don't understand why they think they can get away with, again, people are paying for it. So they're going to keep doing it, So,
well, I think what the problem is they're trying to go into like the corporate where they're going to get all these corporate people to start buying these tickets and their core base and their core fans are going to be like, we can't afford this. When it comes down to paying my mortgage, putting food on my table for my kids, or going to WrestleMania or a WWE event, I'm going to have to say I need a roof over my head and food for my children.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see how it turns out, though. So it seems that Triple H says that he doesn't have a backup plan for a Cody, a Orton, or a Roman if something happens to them. My question is it not his job to have a backup in the wings to take their place if something happens?
think you do. I think you have to, again, you have to build up stars. You have to build up people because, again, your main event on both nights, both your competitors are in their 40s. You're going to have to, like, start pushing kids, making them credible that, like, eventually, like, we're not going to have Cody, Seth, and Randy forever. And then you're going to have no main event scene.
Well, I guess their motto is, when all these guys retire, we'll just throw somebody in there and force you to love them. John Cena.
Yeah, like, didn't bode well for John Cena for how many years, and how, like, rose-colored glasses, he's retiring, and everyone and their mom, like, he's like my favorite forever. I'm like, no, we all booed John Cena for 1,000 years. Like, don't pretend now he's the best thing that ever happened since sliced bread. We all booed him. Same with Roman Reigns. How long do we boo Roman Reigns? What, from 2013, 14 to 2020, 2021? Like, you can't, when are they going to learn in the past couple of years? You can't just force feed a person. That's not how this works. Like, look at your Daniel Bryans, look at the Kofi Kingstons. Like, we're going to organically get behind the people we want to get behind. And then you could shove people down our throat, but they're going to get turned on. Like, I was at the Royal Rumble where Roman won and The Rock came out, and then it was all pointing to Roman, and the look on his face was like surprised that we all booed the shit out of him because we all wanted Daniel Bryan, and poor Rey Mysterio getting all of our hate because nobody wanted him. That's not what we wanted.
I mean, if you're a booker and you see someone is getting over organically, especially with WWE, it's like they try to stop it. That, that's not who we want you to like. Why not just throw them out there and see what they can do? If they're already getting over with the fans, that means your fans like them. That means your fans are probably going to spend money on their merch. Might mean your fans are going to buy a $500 ticket to WWE World to have a meet and greet with these people.
Yeah. Again, like,
instead of pushing somebody that we're all going to hate.
And then, like, if you see a guy get over or gal get over organically, I don't understand, like, why stopping that. Like, clearly you have this person on your roster for a reason. You want to utilize them in some capacity. Maybe it's not the way you originally intended, but you're paying this person money, and then people want to spend more money to see this person and push them to the moon. Like, I don't understand. It's like, well, that's not what we wanted. Like, that seems so Vince and so old school that, like, if this guy is going to make you money, then push him.
And let's talk about Trick Williams. So Trick Williams is getting over with the fans as a heel. Well, he's getting over with the fans, so now we got to make him face. Why not just let him be a heel and let the fans like him as a heel? There's nothing wrong with liking someone that is a heel.
I agreed 1,000%. I don't want them to, I think he's such a great character. I don't want them to touch him. Like, it seems like, don't want to compare, but like early Rock, like, he was face then heel, and then they wanted him to be a face. It's just like, let him just be. Again, we're not my husband. We don't need heel face. You don't have to spell it out for me. Just let him be.
And then they're talking about, I know we're kind of jumping ahead, but they're talking about doing a double turn where they're going to turn Sammy heel and Trick face. I'm not going to like a heel Sammy. I ain't going to like a face Sammy, period. But you don't have any bad guys, and you're going to turn one of the best bad guys you have on SmackDown into a face.
Yeah, again, you don't need to put a label, like, I don't know, because then, like, all of his, like, the kids say, the aura about him is him being this smarmy, like, kind of baddie, and that, like, again, him shitting all over Sami Zayn has been great, Gingerbread Man, Ginger Snap, like, that's been so fun, and if he's not going to be able to do that anymore, then you're stripping him of everything that people like about him. Him coming out in the white mink, doing his lemon pepper steppers on the table. Like, if you're going to strip all that away from him, then no one's going to like it. Then it's going to be like Die Trick Jai, like we did with Rocky. And then it's just like, stop ruining things.
Moving on. That sounds like we just have a whole show on that. It was announced that WWE has decided to remove stage seating from Mania.
Because no one bought it, I assume?
Well, they did say that some people have bought it, and those that have already purchased their tickets can still have some type of access to it. But I'm wondering if this is announced because A, probably not a lot of people bought it, and how they're constructing the stage.
Maybe. Or there's a lot of floor seats that need padding, and like, let's move
They
those
gotta move them
people,
to the floor.
move them to the floor to fill out that hard cam.
Hey, they want to fly me out to Vegas. I'll be a seat filler.
Seriously. But no, I feel like that's more for like non-wrestling fans. Or again, you said the corporate people. Like, you want to gauge the reactions to your wrestlers, but you don't have organic, actual wrestling fans in your crowds anymore.
Yeah. It seems that we still have this ongoing lawsuit with the stockholders from WWE, and it comes to find out in some court filings that WWE talent were paid about 15% of the company's revenue in 2022. Sounds like the talent's getting the shaft right there.
Yeah, again, we talked about this the last week about like the independent contractors. And I just feel like some shady shit going on. Some shady shit.
Speaking of shady, let's talk about one shady person named Nick Khan, who's came out and said he considers X a vocal minority as it relates to the WWE business.
Sure. If that's what makes you sleep at night, honey, then sure. You believe that.
Well, I mean, didn't Triple H come out and say, we don't listen to the fans, we'll do what we want?
Yeah. But then there was also a report that he acknowledges that people are upset right now, but like, we have no backup plans and we're just going to keep going and we don't listen, but we do listen, but we don't listen. Like, it's like every other report. It's like, we hear you, but we don't hear you. Like, flip-floppers.
All right, let's move into AEW's pay-per-view this past weekend of Dynasty. We're not going to go through each individual match, but Nikki, what did you like and dislike from the pay-per-view?
Well, besides the fact that we got like all the predictions wrong, I guess I'm a little surprised on where they're going to go. And is this pay-per-view really like a stopgap just to get to Double or Nothing? And then maybe I also like WWE. Maybe stop having so many pay-per-views and let your big four, your big five, whatever you want to call it, let it breathe more.
I was really happy with the AEW pay-per-view model,
and if
then they started adding the pay-per-views, and then it was like, well, it's a Warner Brothers call to add a few more. I'm like, okay, 1 or 2, but it's getting to be like you're having one almost every month, except for like what, January? You take January off? January, February, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. Basically. But they still you still have like the World's End. Was that the pay-per-view or was that the Dynamite special this time?
No, that's the pay-per-view. It's usually like the end of December, 1st of January.
Yeah. So it's just like, again, I liked the model when there was just a couple, and I was just like, is it really? Because I'm like, all right, going back, like I really thought Cope and Christian were gonna win, and then it's like, well, they didn't, and it's like, do they want a bigger moment at the bigger pay-per-view at Double or Nothing, and then somehow the Young Bucks are gonna get involved, and it's gonna be like a bigger match or a stipulation match? Then why have this again? You're in Canada, so I guess you're having this match, but it's just like, again, your baby faces in their hometown taking the belts off the heels that beat up your wife. I feel like it was kind of written in the stars there, but it's like, no, I feel like we're going to drag this out to another pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think they're going for the 3-way with FTR, Copen, Cage, and the Young Bucks.
I have no desire to see that match. It's
I don't either.
Match, and I think that everyone's going to be like all the spots, but I'm like, it's not really on my bucket list or my bingo card that I need to see that triple threat.
No, I was like, they should have just let Cope and Cage have the belts, unless they've got some kind of long-term story they're telling that we're not privy to yet, so we haven't figured it out.
I guess so. And then, like, again, I thought Jericho was going to win, but he could take a loss. I thought Ricochet could take a loss. That was kind of like whatever. I'm real surprised about your boys, the dogs. And I thought, oh, maybe because Gabe got injured. But then they're like, no, that was the plan all along. And I was like, why? Then why? Then why?
Yeah, that one I'm trying to figure out. I get that Tony Khan loves some Orange Cassidy. But my God, whatever Orange Cassidy has on that man, he should be world champion by now, evidently, then, which we're going to talk about.
I'm not going to complain. Did your son freak out with Kyle coming back?
Yes, he was happy about that.
So it was great to see him, but it was like, they didn't need to win that.
Oh, but they gave them the titles, and, Kyle O'Reilly grew up around there, but it's okay to give them the titles, but not Cope and Christian. And FTR really needs to lose the titles because they're boring and they suck.
I'd rather have them flip-flop those. But I don't know. It's not really where I saw the pay-per-view were going. Like, it was a fun pay-per-view. The matches were fun. I just punched my table. Not where I thought the night was going.
I did like the Okada to Takeshita match where they were like, okay, I have to work with you. I don't really want to work with you. And then Takeshita was like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah. So that's a match I'm excited for. Like, that's a match I get to do in this pay-per-view to get to Double or Nothing. Because we all want to see that match. That's a match I actually want to see. So that I get.
I'm going to be torn when Okada Takeshita have to fight. I'm going to be like, I think I might go a draw. I don't want to pick that match.
I just want everyone to have fun and have a good time.
Because I like both of them, so I want both of them to win. But I think I would rather have Takeshita win so he can have a title in AEW.
Yeah, agreed.
I did not like the MJF Omega match. And I know that's going to shock some people because I love both guys.
Yeah.
But I felt like the match didn't live up to expectations of what they are capable of. And I don't know if it was because they went on last. The pay-per-view had already been so long.
Mm-hmm.
And I was tired. I just never felt that it kicked into gear.
Yeah. And I think like just the hype of it was, like the wrestling god versus the devil. And like, I'm at 100% and no, I'm going to take you down because MJF is great. And it's just like, they built it. And I worry about it was like when we had that Okada Kenny match in AEW that it's just like, oh my God, it's these two. It's the promos that are happening. This is going to be amazing. And it was a fun match, but did it like blow my socks off? No. It was a match. It was a fun. It was a fine match, but like I think obviously they both had better matches.
And on Dynasty, we've seen the return of the MIA Camille. Like she just came out of the blue.
She did not look happy at all coming down the ramp to fight Will. She looked like someone shit in her cereal. Like she just had like a sour look on her face. It's like, I'm here to promote gladiators, and she's probably still under contract, but it looked like she did not want to be there at all.
Yeah, she's probably like, can my contract hurry up and end? But I have a theory. If they're gonna keep her and use her, my theory is that Camille was sent by Mercedes to take care of Willow so Mercedes can regain the TBS title. Because I don't feel that Mercedes is on the same level as Tekla and should be thrown into the title picture like that. And that their whole backstage segment where Mercedes turned on Camille was a setup. That they're still in cahoots together.
That is long-term storybooking. Sometimes I worry AEW can't pull that off. So when they do it, it's great. And then sometimes I try and it's not.
And then they start something and they quit and then they come back to it and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, from 3 years ago. That to me is I don't know. I'd rather see actually the blow off between Mercedes and Camille. I don't know. I don't want to say like a step down or a step back, but we've already saw Mercedes with the TBS belt. Again, I feel like she needs to rack up some wins to get to Thekla. But I wouldn't want her to have that belt back. I'd rather see, like, I'm ready for, like, Willow to maybe drop it, but I wouldn't want Willow to drop it to Mercedes.
I could see that. So let's move on to Dynamite, which I thought was a fairly good show last night. We seen Kevin Knight win the TNT Gauntlet match.
Shocked about.
Yes. But he is showing why he was the right pick to be the title holder in Fletcher's absence.
No, I agree.
His match with Claudio was pretty good.
Pushing your young kids. It's very exciting. But again, I think he is, like what we say about Kyle, like a future star. And I think this is great. If we're not going to have Kyle for a while, then like put the belt on him. Let him have these matches, like the match he had with Claudio, like these great TV matches. Like let him shine. Maybe not compare, but like how, I don't want like to be like an open challenge, but like on SmackDown, every SmackDown Milla was putting on matches. Like they should do the same with Kevin Knight. Like showcase him. He's one of your stars. He's going to be a star for a very long time. Showcase him.
I think that's what they're trying to do. As we mentioned, we talked about FTR. They came out and cut a promo, which most of their promos are snooze fest. After watching their promo last night, we're definitely getting a 3-way.
Yeah.
And it's not a 3-way any of us want.
No. And then just like, like, oh, we're going to do the pose too. And it's like, all right. That's so like, to me, like 1,000 years ago. Like Cody Rhodes said it, like the Attitude Era was 30 years ago. It's like, all right, let's.
I did like the Will and Kenny Omega segment, and it did make me realize that I kind of feel that Omega is prepping us for his retirement.
Maybe. I know we said we doesn't have a lot of time on his bump card. Would you see it like this year? Would it be a Wembley match? Like I still feel like I would want him to have one more run with that belt, even if it's just a tiny one.
But I would give him probably anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years, and he's probably going to be like, I'm done. I can't. My body's not going to let me do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you go back and watch some of those matches he had in New Japan and like the matches he's had at like Wrestle Kingdom, he's really put his body out there.
No, for sure. And then obviously with the diverticulitis, like that is craziness to have like that much of your intestines taken out. Like it's a lot. I think it's also two different things. I don't know if one's really related to the other. But I want him to be healthy. I want him to take care of himself. But like if we do have 2 years left, like I think that'd be great. But I don't know. I would want him to have another run with the belt. But now that whole situation's convoluted, and I'm sure we'll get there.
So we have Thekla showing up and showing why she could hold onto the women's title for a very long reign. And she cut a promo saying she didn't get fired from New Japan or Japan, but yeah, she did.
Yeah. Oh my God. Her promos are so good. And again, it's someone that I wasn't really familiar with when she first came in, but like she is completely like blown away. Like every time she's on the TV, I'm like, I love this girl. Like completely won me over. And I love when she's like, I was like, she has just such a personality that I'm just like, I just want to see her promos. I want to see her matches. I think her addition to this division has been like chef's kiss.
I agree. As someone who doesn't like women's wrestling, I'm loving her and loving her matches. Those matches are not pee breaks.
Yep. Agreed.
Other women matches, pee breaks. So Dynamite opened with Darby Allin was supposed to fight MJF, and evidently MJF did not know he was going to be in a match, so we got to prolong it for a few hours. But the promo Darby cut at the beginning, I kind of feel like he needs to work on his promos. I get he was emotional. He was like in his home state, his home crowd. I just wasn't feeling it.
I guess that would be my question to you. Was it him being real, trying to hold back the emotion, or was it him acting, trying to be emotional?
I think it was him trying to hold back the emotions.
Because I feel like either way, it just didn't sound like really genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't think he's ever been a great promo person. And I guess having the pressure of being in your hometown, Dad was backstage. We'll see.
Yeah.
But like maybe the emotion did get to him. But I was just like, again, with MJF, like, I don't think you're ready for this, bud.
I mean, I'm happy to see him win. It does go to show if you're loyal to AEW, you'll get your reward in the end. Which led me to think Orange Cassidy is probably next in this category. As someone who will get the AEW title that we will not think deserves the AEW title.
Honestly, I'd rather have OC have it than Darby. Sorry, Reese, but I rather watch OC than Darby.
Reese, I have been saying Orange Cassidy's getting a title run for a while now. It's gonna happen.
Would you prefer
as close
Sammy
as he
Guevara?
is with TK? TK's gonna give him a title run.
All right, well then, instead of OC, we'll put Sammy there. It's fine. Sammy Guevara forever. You're welcome.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing Sammy Guevara with the AEW title. I don't know why. I mean, I understand why Sammy gets some of the hate he does for like some of the things behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, his wrestling ability is pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there was a lot of bitching about Darby winning the title in his home state. But if we follow the story, MJF's going to get it back in New York when they're at Double or Nothing.
I sort of just feel indifferent. And that's not I'm like, I understand why they did it and how they did it. But I'm just like, okay. I don't really feel one way strong either way.
Well, there are rumors that MJF is supposed to go film a movie. Then it came out that might not be the case. So if that's not the case, the only thing I can think of is it's Darby's loyalty to AEW. And MJF's like, okay, we'll let Darby win. I'll, be the good guy and put him over. Get my title back at Double or Nothing. But I mean, if MJF's going to be gone filming a movie, you got to put the title on someone, because if he's not there for a month, everybody's going to be bitching. Where's the title?
True. But do you think MJF is someone that could do the promos, like the virtual promos, and then kind of get away with it?
Oh, absolutely.
Because we're not comparing, but like Roman Reigns was just not on TV for extended periods. I think I would have more grace with MJF not being on TV, but sending something in, or we don't see him for a week or two. Like, I feel like he would have more grace from the AEW fans than I feel like I have for WWE when they don't have the belt on the TV.
I don't think TK would keep the belt off as long as WWE did with Roman. Because like Roman was gone for like 3 or 4 months at a time.
Yeah.
Where I think, if MJF was going to be away for a little bit, yeah, he could cut virtual promos. You had enough guys fighting for that spot where you could do like contendership matches.
Mm-hmm.
I know we don't like tournaments, but you could do a number 1 contendership tournament to fill the gap until MJF come back.
Yeah.
If that's the case. Or you just give it to Darby, give Darby his title run. It's going to be short, 6 weeks? We're 5 or 6 weeks away from Double or Nothing. Just let him hold it for a month. MJF win it back. It'll be all right. The problem I'm going to have is for the next 4 or 5 weeks is having Darby cut promos. I don't know if I can hang with that.
No. Unless maybe he has Dad with him and maybe Dad can cut a promo.
Maybe. And it's nothing against Darby. Darby, super cool dude. Met him in person. I mean, he literally made a video for my best friend who had just lost her significant other who had just passed away. And he made a video just for her saying, hey, sorry to hear about what happened. Thank you for being a fan. I sent it to her and she was over the moon.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So, I mean, he's a super cool guy. I don't mind him holding the belt. I just don't know if I can deal with him cutting promos. Just let him fight people. Just put him in there and let him defend the title and not cut promos.
I feel like people need to have Tommaso come out, cut a promo on him, and then Darby just come out and they can wrestle.
Yeah.
I'd rather hear Tommaso talk than Darby. So if his opponents can cut promos on him and he just comes out and they fight, then I think we have a chance here.
Or maybe he only says like 2 lines and we're done. Yeah. Yes.
Or like fight me or open challenge or come get this and then we're kick flip.
So staying on Darby, do you believe Darby is a credible champion being a smaller wrestler? Because according to some producer, only big, strong, muscular men should be champions.
No, it's again, that's so, I don't care. 6'2", 5'2", 4,000 pounds, 100 pounds. That I don't care. I don't care about your appearance, fat, small, big, whatever. If you are a good wrestler and you can put on compelling stories and make me believe in you, I don't care about your size. Again, so if we're saying if this is not going to last, he's getting his flowers, go on your little run. You can say you're a champion. Again, him being a smaller guy, like, I can probably throw him over my shoulder because he's tiny, but like, to me, you can still be a champion. It's fine.
Okay. I have a rant. I was listening to some spaces last night to get a feel of what people were thinking. And, there was a lot of people upset with Darby winning, and they were trying to figure out how fast can they get this title off Darby.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord and behold, there were people trying to find a way to get frickin' Hangman back into the title picture. I do not need this sorry piece of crap in the title picture. There are many other guys on the AEW roster that are much better than him. Him being off TV has been wonderful because nobody wants to see a fake-ass cowboy on TV crying over some boring shit about how I need to be champion. I need it. It's the only thing important to me. How many title runs has he had in AEW? 2?
Mm-hmm.
And both of them have been shit. I don't want to see this bullshit again.
I do like Hangman, but I do agree with you. I don't want him to be in the picture. I think he needs to take a break and do something else and go have a feud somewhere else. I don't need him in the picture. Him and Darby versus each other, like, I've no desire to see that. Like, I would love to see, like, him and Swerve. They could have done that and had, like, the Seattle, Washington boys fight, like, him and bring back Brody King and have that rivalry. But he came out, and that's also, maybe that's the only thing. It's felt a little cheese that the whole babyface locker room came out to, like, cheer him on. And I was like, that felt a little, like, okay. And it makes me think of when, like, Luger, like, didn't win, but he still got, like, cheered and hoisted like he was. I'm like, it felt like a little cheese to me. But, like, I would love to see, I'd rather have Brody King with the belt.
I mean,
but we don't need Hangman. I do agree with you. We do not need a Hangman.
Well, I mean, there's many other credible people that could carry the AEW title and be the face of AEW. Brody King, Swerve again, Will Ospreay. I mean,
I wouldn't mind Tommaso, to be honest.
Tommaso, Claudio can speak 7 different languages. You could have him over, like, when they go on their European tour. You can have Claudio over there, promoting AEW as your champion.
That's a sleeper. I'm worried he's going to be like our Razor Ramon and never have, like, the main world belt, even though he absolutely deserves it. Justice for Claudio.
There we go. That could be a new movement.
I get shit on my podcast, so I'll say it here. Eddie Kingston. Fucking love Eddie Kingston. Put a belt. If you're going to give Darby a 6-week run, you can give my Eddie Kingston a 6-week run.
I'm not a fan of Eddie Burger Kingston, but I would like to see it just to watch the IWC explode.
I'd rather hear him talk than Darby Allin. At least he can, talk.
Well, yeah, I will give him that. At least he
Boy
can
can talk.
cut a promo.
Not great. I'd rather just listen to him talk. If he can just cut a promo and any interview he's on with Renee, like I could watch that all day.
But I mean, it's not like you don't have other people.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put it on Bandito. I mean, you let him carry your ROH title.
Eddie Kingston forever. I won't hear it. How long has Bandito?
The chat's giving you shit for the Eddie Kingston.
I get it on my show. I'll get it on this show. I will die on that hill. You can't see it, but behind me at the bar, I have a bunch of little wrestler guys. And I have my little Eddie Kingston, I have my little Razor Ramon, and they're best friends in my head.
That's like every time I get my AEW crate box, if there's anything Hangman Page in it, it goes to Brendan because Brendan likes Hangman. So I won't even touch it. I'll just holler like, Brendan, come get this out of the box.
You don't have the magnets on the fridge like we do? Every magnet that because I get the AEW crate too. All the magnets are on our fridge.
No, I don't. Like, I have literally just piled my crates up. I've taken the shirts out, but like all the other stuff, I have just piled up. And like, before Brendan moved back in with me, his room was my office. I was going to get picture frames and put all the pictures they send you that are autographed in frames and put them on the wall. But since I don't have an office, I can't do that right now. So all mine are just packed up.
So I also get the AEW crate. I also get the normal pro wrestling tees crate. Have for a very long time. When we bought our house, I bought frames for all that and framed a couple of them to put in our basement at the bar. Nick said no. So I have framed things in a box in my closet because Nick won't let me decorate the basement. So I'll yell at him for that.
Ain't 50% of that house yours, so you can decorate it.
Well, I did because he's a Jets fan and I hate the Jets with the passion. I think I root for them to lose more than I root for anybody to win. So I did say all his Jet shit is like, if you watch Mount Rushmore Mondays, like all his Jet shit is in the office because I won't allow that out in front of people. So we have a give and take of like whose weird shit can go where.
That's why I like to enjoy living by myself because all my weird shit could be wherever I wanted it. Like I have a whole curio cabinet of nothing but Star Wars shit.
Oh, love it. Love it.
All right. So that was my rant. Do you have anything you want to rant on?
I don't know. If we was gonna do like our normal thing, I was gonna be like, then what was really if you knew MJF was going to supposedly have this movie, why put the belt on him in the first place? To me, then you could have put it on Swerve.
Yeah, I mean,
because again, you had that four-way, so I guess you had to take the belt off Joe.
Yeah, and then you got Samoa Joe, who's probably going to be coming back from injury soon. I haven't heard any update.
When are they filming Twisted Metal 3?
That I'm not sure of.
I believe they got picked up for a third season. But like again, I feel like there's so many other people. Like if you're just putting on, I don't know. I love him having the belt. And I get if he's not going to be on TV for a minute, get it off. But then do I necessarily love the squash nature of it? I don't know. I feel like it can go either way. And I guess the calling back to the headlock takeover, was it twice MJF beat Darby like that or just the one time? Was it twice? Anywho, so I get the callback and whatever, but like...
I think it was twice he beat him that way.
But it also brings me back to... when MJF Wardlow, when he had that squash match and was supposed to put over Wardlow, and that like went anywhere. Does Darby winning in this faction really give him more credibility? Like, hey, he beat MJF. Like, no, you low blowed him, and then I don't know.
I don't know. I know a lot of people were unhappy about it being a squash match.
I just feel like you had the match with Kenny. It's supposed to be, the best bout. The Devil had a 40-minute thing. He beat Kenny Omega, again, the god of pro wrestling. And then squashed a Darby?
Yeah, I think that may be where the issue lies with everybody. Is because it was a squash.
Like, I get the story that they're telling. I just don't know. Maybe it's not for me. And then for me to kind of feel indifferent about it, I feel like that's kind of the worst thing. Either you want me to really love it or really hate it. For me to be like, yeah, okay. I don't know if that's the reaction you want. So apparently there is some camps are saying MJF is making a movie. Some camps are saying he's not.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see.
So let's move on to WrestleMania. But before we do, the great, best tag team in the world, to some people, the Motor City Machine Guns is currently having a match with Fraxium at WWE World. Can't get them on TV, but you can have them wrestle a match at WWE World.
It's once again, they're screwing over the tag teams, and especially real screwing over SmackDown yet again. But do you not remember how great that TLC match was? That definitely deserved to be on Mania. I guess it's famous that WWE, we know Vince didn't like tags, and I feel like Triple H is just carrying that mantra. Then combine the belts and have whoever has it float around. You don't need a WWE World and a WWE if you really don't give a shit about either.
I agree. I think that might have been a network call. Netflix is oh, we need to have our own tag titles. USA's we're paying you to be on our network, so we need SmackDown champions, tag team champions. Problem is, neither show has enough tag teams. But
then, hey, we want you to have these belts, but they're not they're on TV.
Well,
they're in a shit storyline between the MFTs and the Wyatts that no one gave a shit about for 6 months. It was cool in October when they won the belts and they were doing Hollywood Horror Nights, and there was an homage to Bray, and the Firefly Funhouse is there, and I get doing all the things of them there. 6 months later, no one gives a shit.
Well, it seems that the trailer for Street Fighter dropped, and Lord and behold, they had Cody Rhodes come out dressed as his character in Street Fighter as Guile, and he looks ridiculous.
I mean, the character is a little that hair, it's supposed to be, it's Street Fighter. To me, that 90s movie is so cheesy and so terrible, but that's why it's beautiful. And I feel like that's sort of the cheese of it all. It's supposed to be a little ridiculous.
I'm hoping the movie's better than what the trailer was, because the trailer did not inspire me to want to go see this movie. If I go see this movie, it will probably be because Brendan wants to go see it.
I'm excited because I really like David Desmulchin, who's playing M. Bison.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be fun. As much as, Gomez Adams, what's his face, was obviously M. Bison back then, but I'm excited for that. We'll see. I want to be optimistic about it.
I'm hoping it's a decent movie. So let's talk about WrestleMania Night 1. We have AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for a title that I don't think either one of them really needs to hold. Now, this would be a good chance to push some of your young female talent. Yet again, we got two old timers in here.
My hopes and dreams is that, what they did with Paige after WrestleMania, maybe we can recreate that with maybe somebody else.
If Becky wins, I see them letting her hold the title for a while.
I don't agreed. Again, she doesn't need it, and I'd rather see her do something else. We've had 6 months now, 5 months of her and AJ. I'm ready for something else.
Next, we have everybody's favorite match, The Vision with ISO Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight.
It's opening on ESPN. I think it's kind of obvious where this is going.
I think the Vision's going to win. And I think they're going to have Speed pin LA Knight.
I think that would be kind of your safest thing. Unfortunately, poor LA Knight. Maybe justice for LA Knight too.
Because you're not going to have the Usos take a pin. And if you have the Usos and Knight win, unfortunately, my boy Theory is going to take the pin. Maybe Speed. They could get by with Speed taking the pin as, he went to do a move and fucked it up. He's really not a wrestler.
Yeah.
But I kind of think if the Usos and Knight win, Theory's going to take the pin.
Well, did you see that apparently, again, I don't know if this is kayfabe or not. I just saw a quick blip of it, but like Jay attacked some podcast guy.
I seen something. I don't know the whole story behind that, but I seen something come across my feed about it, but I didn't really look at it.
Apparently, whoever this podcast, I think he's a rapper. It's I could be wrong. That's not my world. But he said that kind of was poking fun at Jay because he was on Saturday night, not Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay kind of went after him. I don't know, but if that's real, then could there be some penalty for hey, you attacked somebody in public that was being tape recorded?
Yeah, it could be. Also, I believe that Jimmy and Naomi did have their baby boy.
There's been so many things that there's a baby and then it's an AI baby and it's just
I'm waiting for Rikishi to come out and officially say it before I actually think it's true. But I mean, it would be in that time frame that she would be having the baby this month.
Right.
Next, we have Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Non-sanction match, which it ain't going to be that brutal.
I really want it to be like Goldust and Roddy. I want a proper kind of backlot brawl. I want it to go throughout the night. I want it to be all over the strip, all over different locations. When's the last time someone got shoved in a popcorn machine? I want the works. If you're making this unsanctioned, you're making this brutal. I want all the things.
Yeah, give me the Booker T Stone Cold in the grocery store.
It needs to be over the top.
Well, I read today that somebody climbed to the top of the spear in Vegas today. It seems like the drunk WWE fans are out and about. First of all, how the fuck did you climb to the top of the spear?
I don't do heights. I'm afraid of heights. I'm at a mall. I have to be by the stores because it freaks me out when I'm too close to the railing.
My daughter's the same way.
I can't even imagine. I would melt down. Absolute meltdown.
I see somebody respond, goes, guess they needed to get phone reception. I think either or could win this match. I mean, if Fatu loses, it's not going to hurt him. If McIntyre loses, it's not going to hurt him.
Agreed. I kind of think I maybe prefer Jacob because I also think that fuels the crazy Drew McIntyre. And he'd be like, I was screwed. I was this. And I'd rather him have more firepower for that. Even though I love Drew and I want Drew he should be winning more. But I feel like it lends to his character more.
Next, we have Seth versus Gunther.
I love my Seth Rollins, but I think Gunther needs to mess him up here, which makes me sad.
I think Gunther needs to win worse than Seth.
I think again, who can take the loss? I think Seth can take the loss, no problem, and bounce back. And if we're now on this road of him being a face again. I don't really get his trench coat and full suit again, so I miss the kind of crazier outfits. But I think Gunther absolutely needs this. And again, whatever's going on with him and Heyman, if this is a way to get to Brock, then Gunther needs to win.
Next, we have our women's match, which is Stephanie versus Liv Morgan.
give me unhinged, crazy, my jersey came out, Liv Morgan. Her just like screaming like a lunatic. And I was like, maybe that
My
was
thing is, was she
girl.
acting or was she really feeling that? Because I thought she was really feeling that.
I mean, like,
Like,
fucked up her
it
forehead.
makes you feel like they really, really hate each other.
And then again, not my music. I'm like, good for her. You do you. But you can tell in her video, her forehead's fucked up. And then like whatever she was on ESPN again, it could be makeup, but it like I don't know. That looks like your face is fucked up. Like you fucked up my money maker. I'm gonna murder you now. Like I really feel like there's like either even it's cave or non-cave babe. Like this again, I really love the bill, and I feel like there's like they're just gonna go out and like tear each other up. I'm excited for this match.
I am too. I will have to say that Stephanie's title run has been less than important. Like, they've kind of put her on the back burner.
Yeah.
So if Liv wins, are they going to keep the same type of booking with the women, or they're going to make her front and center because she's, your blonde hair, blue-eyed white female?
I hope a little bit of column A, a little column B. I think she has put in the work. I think again her finally running the Royal Rumble. I do want to go see her go on a run. I want her to be booked better. I want all the women to be booked better. Again, like Stephanie, fuck Jade. Like Julia's been terrible. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get all the hate. Like, oh, she loves Eddie Kingston, doesn't like Julia. What is this fucking girl doing? But like I don't know. They need to book the women better. And I feel like she has put in the work. I'm excited she finally won the Royal Rumble. But is it probably a little bit because she's blonde and blue-eyed and she's pretty? Like, probably got that too. But, like, I don't know.
If Liv does win, her first feud needs to be with Raquel. Like, it needs to have Raquel turn on her.
Agreed. And then, like, do you have Roxanne, like, sort it in the middle and kind of, like, play both sides here? Then eventually, like, would, like, she turn on Raquel and side with Liv? Or would, like, she turn on...
And see, Roxanne's another one I think that could play the crazy really good.
Mm-hmm. So doesn't, like, Raquel lose both of those and she goes on this baby face? I wouldn't mind Raquel as a baby face as long as she doesn't keep pointing to her back like when she first came
doing
up.
The back pose,
when she's
yeah.
like, look at my back and I smile. And it's like, that's not you. I can be okay with her leaning more to the baby face side, but still kind of be, big mommy cool.
Then we have our women's tag team title match where we have Nia and Lash, who are our champions, versus Alexis and Charlotte, Bailey and Lyra, and the Bellas, maybe. Have not heard if Nikki Bella has been cleared. If the Bellas cannot go, would you insert the Kabuki Warriors or just make it a three-way?
I think at this point, because what if the rumors are true, if they're holding off on Io, Asuka and having that at Backlash, then I'd rather just have it a three-way. Because I think if the Bellas aren't in it, I thought the Bellas would win again for thank you for your service. We were to have your Mania moment and then probably drop it at Backlash or Paris or whatever fourth Saturday night's main event. There's like a million things going on in May, so pick one. But I think if you don't have the Bellas in there, then I would probably just keep it on Nia and Lash. So I don't really know if you need to add a fourth party.
Yeah, I would just, if the Bellas can't go, make it a three-way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've enjoyed Nia since she's come back. I mean, I get why she gets some hate, but I've kind of enjoyed her since she's come back.
I kind of, famous on mine and Nick's show for not liking her. But honestly, I like her better with Lash than I liked her with Tiffy.
Yes.
I think they complement each other more. And I feel like Lash is kind of getting more out of this than what Tiffy did. I feel like they're more of a unit. They're obviously the tag champions, but it feels more cohesive and they're more like a proper tag team than what she was supposed to be with Tiffy.
Yeah, Nia and Tiffany felt forced. This doesn't feel like they were forced together.
Exactly.
And then we have our main event, Cody versus Randy.
Are we sure that's the main event? It's not.
Well, I don't know because there's rumors out that Randy Orton is kind of hurt. So could we take Randy out and insert one punter, Pat McAfee, and Pat wins and they let him be the championship? And speaking of which, I want my flowers because if not, did I not say last week that Pat would show up with that damn title on his show? And then, Lord and behold, Wednesday night, fucking Cody Rhodes shows up to the Thunderdome and takes back his championship.
Yep.
I called that shit.
Absolutely. You did it.
I called it before anybody else did.
If Randy is injured, but I'm hoping he can still go into the match and hide it a little more, because obviously there's going to be shenanigans. You do have Pat, you do have Jelly Roll. You can kind of hide what's going on with him. Like, I still don't know. I can see it going either way. If Randy's going to be 15, is Cody going to keep it? You're going to put it on Pat? I think the world would implode. Don't know. Could you imagine?
Would you put it past WWE to be like, oh, Randy's hurt, so we're going to insert Pat and let Pat win? I would not put it past them.
Then there needs to be someone else to come out and help. You can't, there needs to be a shenanigans or a dusty finish or something needs to happen. You can't, maybe they will. Oh God. You can't just have Pat come out and straight up just beat Cody clean. Something needs to happen. And if it's just like Jelly,
could you imagine if he did beat him clean?
It's gotta be something more than like maybe Jelly tries to punch Pat, but he ducks and he accidentally hits Cody and then he rolls up Cody. Like, they fucked up last WrestleMania so much with Travis Scott. Please do not repeat your mistakes, WWE. Please. Oh no.
Now I kind of want that to happen because I just want to see the IWC melt with Pat McAfee being your WWE World Champion.
Darby as your AEW champion, Pat McAfee is your WWE champion.
What is the wrestling world coming to?
You just be sitting there eating your popcorn, like enjoying all of it.
I'll be on Twitter, be like, hi, dumb fuck.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's move on to night 2. We have Jade versus Rhea, which will probably be a piss break for me. I have no interest in this match.
Nope.
I mean, the build has kind of sucked. They had something going, and then somehow it got fucked up.
Well, I feel like, did it get too real? And everyone's like, no, don't make it real. And then it just seems, fake and plastic. I just feel bad because I want to be like, this is going to be good. I want women's wrestling to be great. And I'm just like, for me to not be excited about it, I feel like then it's bad.
Well, I mean, we all know Jade is not that great in the ring. Rhea will carry this match. Rhea hasn't really looked that good lately neither, so
yeah, and there's
I hope they both don't really suck in the ring.
So I don't. It's not a good situation.
Next, we have what should be the main event: is Oba versus Brock.
Isn't it opening though?
It is opening. It should be the main event, but it is opening.
But it's on ESPN. You're gonna have your boy Brock. I get it. I
can see Brock winning, but I also could see, because I think Brock is liking Oba, so therefore I think he would have put Oba over.
And I'm honestly surprised. I feel not.
It could go either way.
I feel like, again, I haven't really been on the Oba train. He hasn't really caught my attention yet, but I was like sort of impressed in the promo that he cut on Monday. And I was like, oh, okay. So like, again, more, because again, I didn't watch too much of his NXT stuff because I try to dip my toes in NXT, but again, I don't have enough time to watch every single promotion out there. But stuff I feel like I saw of him, I just feel like, oh, he's a big guy. He does this thing. And it's like, meh. But like here, I feel like he kind of gave me a little more personality. So maybe they were actually letting him do his thing. But it's still Brock Lesnar. I can see it going either way.
But it goes back to what we said last week. You need to throw these young people out there and see if they can sink or swim. And the
100%.
ones that swim, push them. And the ones that sink, put them in catering. Let them be your jobbers. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Agreed.
Next, we have a ladder match for the IC title. We have Penta versus JD McDonough versus Dragon Lee versus Evans versus Mysterio versus Rusev.
One of these things is not like the other.
Rusev, we're looking at you.
I know, I just feel like I don't know why they didn't capitalize on him in the first time go around. Like, Rusev Day was huge. Him and Aiden English was huge. So over. I don't know why that didn't really pick up. And then he went to AEW, and then he was like with Kip, and that really didn't do anything. And then he was like cutting these, promos on God that were kind of cool, but like he never did anything with him in the ring. And now he's back in WWE and they're not doing anything with him. Like, he had that series with Sheamus. That was fine. But like, him and Sheamus are like besties in real life, so it was like fine. But like, I don't see him winning this match. Do you just have like a power base to throw around Javon Evans? Like, I don't know.
I guess.
But good for Javon Evans being, 21, 22, first Mania. He's like, I think Ray's the oldest and he's like the youngest competing. So good for him.
My theory on this match, if Penta does not retain, I would have to say they're probably going to let Mysterio win the IC title and then set up Ray versus Dom.
For both belts?
Mm-hmm. Could be.
See, then Reese, I don't see them doing that in Italy. That's got to be a show. It's got either a AAA show or when they do like a combined show. Like, could you hold that out to SummerSlam? To me, that's not like that needs to kind of.
If you need something big for Backlash, I could see them doing Mysterio versus Mysterio.
True.
And then AAA does have a show coming up at the end of May, so I could see them doing it there.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I would be sad for Penta to lose it already because I really like him with the belt, but I'm not going to be mad at like this version of Dom versus Ray for both belts. And I think that's better if it's going to be his retirement. I think that's better than Gunther. Like, Gunther Brock to me makes sense. Sorry, Reese, but like Gunther Ray doesn't. Like, that has to be Dom. That has to be Dom.
Well,
Dom,
I had read somewhere that they wanted it to be Gunther Ray Mysterio for WrestleMania and Ray retire, and he put his foot down and said, no, Dom will retire me when I'm ready.
Yeah, good for Ray. As it should be. As it should be. Again, it's like the legacy that he's had, the Mysterio name, then why would you not pass that down to your son? Like, Dom needs that win. I think, again, I very much feel like maybe that's the one thing that's old school about me. Like, you need to go out in your back. You need to push over your young kid. But, like, in Dom's case, it is. So
my dark horse in this match is I could see them letting Dragon Lee win it just so he could go. They could put him back in AAA to showcase it some.
But at this point, there's so much crossover. I feel like you can't do anybody.
Yeah.
Like JD.
Anybody but maybe Evans.
Yeah. I think, again, he's 21. He can have that belt 4,000 more times. Like, this is not, you're there to be bouncing. You're going to be your little Kofi Kingston spot. And eventually you'll have that Kofi Kingston run. Hopefully not be destroyed by Brock Lesnar in a squash match. But he's got plenty of time. He's there to do the flippy doos.
So basically, it's going to come down to Penta, Dragon Lee, and Mysterio winning because the other three we know are definitely not winning.
Would it be insane if they put it on JD? Because that also
I wouldn't mind. I've always liked JD Madonna.
Day.
I don't know why he gets all the hate. I like him. So
he's just, I don't know. Poor baby's got a big head. I don't know.
Now we have Finn Balor versus Dominic.
I'm very excited about this match. I just wish they didn't announce it was going to be the Demon. I think the promo last week when they zoomed in and you saw like the makeup kind of taking over his face, then let it go. You don't need to put like a not great version of his demon makeup on all your promo photos. That should have been a surprise.
Somebody had photoshopped Finn Balor in his demon photo and then put all the logos on him like Snickers and Dude White.
I saw the do what? Yep. And I was like, oh,
I was
no.
like, oh no, if he comes out
Please.
like that, that would
Oh
be
my God,
hilarious.
no.
But if I'm not mistaken, when Finn has done the demon character, he has lost.
Isn't he at Mania? Isn't he 1-on-1? Didn't he beat Bobby but lost to Edge?
I know he lost to Edge because wasn't that the match they had to cut short because one of them got busted open?
He did.
Yeah.
Wasn't 36? Wasn't that? Didn't he fight Bobby Lashley as a demon, or am I like completely making that up? Because I could be. I thought that was a thing.
But either way,
he lost to Roman, but that wasn't
good as the demon with his winning percentage.
Well, again, maybe if he can go back to NXT Demon, that's a very high rating. I like both of them. I think they both kind of need a win here, but I think Finn needs it a little bit more because if Finn loses, I don't know what you do with him. Because Dom can lose and then you can spin off to him and his dad. Like, where does Finn go? That's my concern. He's got shafted enough with, losing, vacating the belt and never sniffing that scene again.
Yeah.
It did, 100%. And that's why I put it away for a while. And I wish that could have been just a surprise, but we can't have nice things.
Well, I guess they figured by announcing it would help move tickets.
Move all the tickets. It's like, okay.
Next, we have Sammy versus Trick. Double turn here.
That would make me real sad.
It would me too. Like I said, you don't have that many heels on your show. Trick is a good heel.
I just feel like it won't be like organic. I feel like maybe this is more rose-colored glasses or looking back at it fonder. I feel like the Bret Austin that everyone talks about, I feel like that was a little more organic. And I feel like the crowd was generally like excited for Austin, but Austin was still the tweeter. He still kind of had that, I don't give a shit, fuck the everybody thing. And maybe if Trick can keep some of that. But if he stops making fun of people and he's just like, hi guys, I'm happy to be here. Ugh.
Reese said, I swear if they try to have the double turn, I'm going to rage. Oh no.
And then did Austin bleed? That wasn't him that was a hard job. They didn't expect that iconic thing was kind of that was natural, right? That wasn't.
I think so.
So, but if you recreate, which I don't see, Sammy got to cut his head or cut, and nah, just let them be. Stop. You don't. Again, we're not Nick Teodoro. We don't need labels on everybody. Let them be. Just let them be.
Nick's gonna give you an earful when you get off.
That's fine. He's in the basement. I'm upstairs. It's fine. Come at me.
She's like, bring it. And then we have our main event, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
I'm a little confused now because I feel like it was beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. And now it's just I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. Yeah, I was. So now we're apologizing. You go, I hate you, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just I don't get it. What was the last month about of them beating each other up and now they apologize and that's supposed to get me hyped for the Sunday night main event?
I think I'd rather them fighting over a bracelet than apologizing to each other.
I don't get that promo at all. And I just I don't.
I mean, it made me not interested in the match. I mean, I wasn't that interested anyway.
I think promo, we talked about, was that a pipe bomb 2.0? Was it a TKO pipe bomb? And everyone's pipe bomb, pipe bomb, pipe bomb. And then now it's I'm sorry. It just doesn't The story's not flowing here. I don't know.
I have a feeling this is going to be a very overproduced match, and both of them are going to be gassed within like a minute. Well, Roman may not, because Roman will probably walk around the ring to get his breaks in.
Well, yeah, well, he, tiptoes through the tulips to get down the ramp. And then he's going to walk around. And then we all have to acknowledge. That's a good 10 minutes.
But there would not be 58 minutes of total wrestling in this match. It might be 58 minutes from the time they walk out to the time the bell rings.
No. It cannot. That's no match needs, no, not them, not now, not that. How dare you?
They don't do Iron Man matches in WWE, remember?
Well, they're 45 minutes.
So, according to Mike Johnson from PW Insider, there was a saying that Danhausen was scheduled for a WrestleMania segment, and they were going to use mini wrestlers.
Why?
I guess to get him on the show, because it's Danhausen and he's over with that crowd. I mean, if you're going to put Danhausen in a match, at least put him in a match with Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana's fine. Why not put him with kids? Why not put him as a Miz?
Comedy break. Put them in a match together. Give them like 6 or 7 minutes and be done with it.
You also just haven't had a 5-minute interaction with John Cena. I don't really know if you need to see him wrestle. I don't necessarily want to see him with. I feel like in 2026, maybe we need to put that trope away a little bit. But yeah, again, that was my lipstick from last week. It brought a smile to my face. Sometimes you need the fun in wrestling, but I don't need to see that in my wrestling. But again, there's so many other people. Him and R-Truth can do something funny. Like, we don't need to go down that avenue. Again, 10-minute segment, him and John Cena, that would be fun. Keep it fun. Don't make it weird.
I mean, if you're going to make him have a match, give me Iguana. Him and Iguana in a match, doing their little comedy skits with each other. Okay. Yeah. And the people that are not interested, that's your bathroom break. If you're watching from home, go get your snack. If you run out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is all that I have. I think we've covered everything.
I think so. There's a lot. There's a lot to get through.
Yeah. So, we have a few more minutes. So, if we have like any really good questions from our audience, we can take a couple of those. I think we answer this every time.
I do, and my default has been Mariah May and Tony Storm because it's recency bias. I think they just want to get a rise out of you.
I don't have one. There's not a women's match worthy of being my favorite. How about that? See. That took place at Mania. I can't say I really have one.
I would kind of go back. Like, I really loved, Shawn Michaels Austin with Tyson. There's so much like recency stuff. There's so much Roman Reigns that I don't give a shit about. Like, heist of the century, maybe. Like, Jay Gunter was terrible.
If I had to pick one, it might be Seth stealing it. Because I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card.
No, especially because he lost to Randy.
Yeah.
What was that? The second match of the night? Third. I think you'd have to go more old school or early aughts or earlier to have like a legit good one.
Yeah. Because like you said, most recent, it's all been Roman.
Yeah. Like, I do love Savage DiBiase.
Could we get Eddie Kingston to come over to WWE and win the world title?
I don't think Eddie would ever go to WWE. And if he did, they would treat him like such shit. I would not want him there.
And then Nikki could have her dream. He could have won the AEW title and the WWE title.
Can you imagine? Oh, that would be hysterical.
That would be great. Let's see. Billy said his was Brock and Angle.
And that is a good match. And I feel like it's just so marred by the ending that it never is like a match that comes to me immediately. But like, oh, it was actually a really good match until like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do a shooting star press. Oh, that AJ Nakamura one is so fucking sad. So sad. Just dick punches. Why? Stop it.
That's someone else I think could have had a good run with being world champion was AJ Styles. I don't think they ever gave him a good run with the title.
I agree that it could be better, but I just feel like, honestly, maybe his best rivalry in WWE was him and John Cena.
His second run was better, but some matches deserve better.
I feel like, to be honest, I think he kind of got treated better than I originally expected. Because how they, felt about indies and whatever. And like, I feel like also, like, kind of also fuck Roman Reigns. Like, his face when AJ came out completely, like, sort of no-sold it. He just like, who is, like, fuck Roman Reigns forever. I don't think that really did him any favors. But again, I think kind of his background and coming into WWE, I think he did a lot better than I originally thought he was going to.
Oh, I just had a thought, Nikki. So if Orton can't go and you don't want Pat, put in Matt Cardona. Let him beat Cody.
I
mean, he's always ready.
He tweeted on this match on SmackDown he wasn't supposed to have. Also, I don't know if you watched him on Cody's podcast, he says, like, I'm here because I want that belt. I want that's like my life dream, my life goal. And he's like, that's still on my mind. It's still what I'm working for. And that would be, oh my God. I'd rather that than Pat.
And I mean, and are they not good friends, him and Matt?
Yeah. He's the reason he met Chelsea Green.
Yeah, so I could see Cody doing a favor, being like, yeah, let him have the title for a little bit.
Oh, poor baby.
If you want shot value.
It'd be like his US or his IC belt. He won at Mania in the last ladder match they had for the IC belt, had that big moment, and then lost to Miz the next night. So you could have him win it, have the shock value, and lose it back to Cody on SmackDown or Raw.
That's true. But I'm going with the punter because everybody seems to hate Pat McAfee right now.
I just feel it's the two camps. It's like, if you are familiar with him as actually being the punter, his podcast stuff, but if you are sort of just in your WWE bubble, it's still just this commentator coming in and like telling or like puppeting Randy Orton. Like, it makes no sense. And you could have got him. It's Pat McAfee. You have this relationship. He could have come on. If you think he's going to sell tickets, do whatever, he could have just come on and hosted with John Cena or come on and done anything. You didn't need to insert him into a 20-year rivalry.
Oh, Billy said he think Matt Cardona could be the third man to screw Cody.
I would not be mad at that at all.
That would, if they could write it correctly, that would make for some good TV and some good storytelling.
No, agreed. I would be here for that. I really would love Matt Cardona to do something.
But I think they just see him as a jobber. No matter what he wants, he's just going to be a jobber.
Probably. If he's just standing, in the background with Apollo Crews, that's really doing him no favors.
I mean, throw them together as a tag team. Put them in the tag division because evidently you have your best tag team doing a match that nobody's going to see at WWE World. You don't really put them on TV.
Yeah. All right, Nick, enough. Sammy and Brett, no one cares. I feel like this comment has been up for 20 years.
I'm going to go neither because I don't like either one.
That's what I'm saying. No one cares. We don't care about either one.
Both of them are overrated.
I know. I'm not really a Brett fan either.
I want to say I wrote an article on Bret Hart being overrated. If not, I had started it and I've got it saved somewhere. I just never published it.
Reese, cover your ears, babe. Cover your precious little ears.
I need to publish it just for Reese. Like, I need to publish it. It's okay to have heel versus heel for Nick.
Excuse me?
All right,
we got our producer live on the show.
All right, Vicky Guerrero making a...
Well, I mean, I have been told if I ever write an article on why Daniel Garcia should be AEW champion, Reese will ban me from the channel.
Well, he's a young, good-looking kid. Why not? Eventually, he's going to have that belt.
I'm afraid he probably will. He's going to be in that Orange Cassidy thing where whatever it is that TK sees in Garcia that nobody else does, he'll eventually be AEW champion.
Like, how young is he? Like, could he, like there's so many people that are terrible when they're young and then enough reps in the business that he can turn the corner. I think he's too young to write him off.
He was born in 98.
To me, a baby.
27.
A baby.
So, yeah, he's another one you could push. I mean, AEW does do better pushing younger talent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, girl. Quiet.
I don't want to hear you feel old.
Get out of here.
We're going to start calling Reese Vicky Russell. And then we need somebody to make us a thing where
this is not fair.
Vicky comes out where she goes, "Excuse me," and it's Reese's head on her. Like it did for the Joe Hendry one.
You didn't Reese can rock those bangs.
Oh yeah, he definitely could.
You can rock those. We can get him a little cougar necklace. I owe you a birthday present, babe. Maybe I can get you something.
Reese is gonna kill us.
Yeah, we love you. It's fine.
Oh, I think I'm getting that ban sooner or later.
Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
God, I wish I'd be 30 again.
Girl. Get out of here.
Danhausen better than Bret Hart. And then we got Nick telling the ladies to settle down.
Oh, he says it to me all the time. He's always like, settle down. I was like, I will not settle down, sir.
You are talking to the girl that got kicked out of Hallmark. What are you talking about? And I never thought anybody could get kicked out of Hallmark, but me and my bestie did. I guess they did not like us singing the cards that you open that play music, and we were just in there jamming.
There's worse things you can do. You're just having a good time. You're jamming out.
We almost got kicked out of Hobby Lobby because we took some fluffy pillows and put them on our boobs.
That's what it does.
Probably shouldn't do that at the Hobby Lobby, considering, how religious the people that own Hobby Lobby are.
Well, down Hobby Lobby. Well, I know.
I mean, we were just having a good time.
What? Do you want to come here? You're tap dancing. You want to come on the show? Jackson's having a meltdown because we were at food time. Can you jump up and show everybody? Can I do this real quick? No.
Oh, doggy!
I think he just mooned everybody.
It's the doggo. Yeah, mine was going around in circles a while ago, and I was like, Brendan, you need to take the dog out.
Where? They're both circling because they usually eat at 5 o'clock. The two.
No, Nick, they did not send me a card for when they kicked me out. And the sad part is the manager of the Hallmark store in my town used to be my mother's boss, so she knew who I was. Reese is screaming like Will Smith, keep Brett's name out of your mouth. Nope. Nick says, stop exploding. I think it's part of her child too, so she can exploit the doggy.
They're my children. Well, maybe you should come upstairs and feed them, and they want to be circling me right now.
Come here. Come here. Oh, let's see if I can get you. That's my doggy.
I got a little baby.
That's Carly. She's a Shih Tzu.
Love
I
it.
inherited her from my mother-in-law 2 years ago when my mother-in-law passed away. And Brendan wouldn't let them get rid of her, so I was like, damn, guess I'm gonna come home with a dog. Because they had gotten her when Brendan lived up there with his dad. I think she was like 8 weeks old. So Brendan's like, Mom, can we have her? I was like, I got 2 cats. And I was like, okay. Because I didn't know the person they were going to give the dog to, if they would treat her well and whatnot. So, and that was, Brendan's like, I don't know how these people are going to treat them. I don't know these people. I was like, okay, she can come home with us. So. That's my third baby. My third 4-legged baby. Okay, dokie. Yes, we're pushing the babies. We're pushing the 4-legged babies today, too.
4-legged. We always push those 4-legged babies.
All right. What do Catherine and Nikki think will be the surprise heel turn at Mania? A surprise heel turn? If I was writing the show, I'd have Pat turn on Orton. Because nobody would be expecting it.
And then to join up with Cody? Then what would be the... It's like Jon Stewart.
Pat and Cody are friends, too.
It would be like Jon Stewart coming out and like helping Seth because he didn't want John Cena to break Ric Flair's record. It's like, I'm manipulating you and saying I'm your friend. Like, but that's so convoluted. I don't know.
Also,
I don't think
what do you think will be the biggest surprise? I don't think they'll have any surprise.
I feel like there's gonna be one, but I feel like we're not gonna like it.
I could see a surprise, and I don't know if he's cleared, but KO could come out and call Sami Zayn.
See, if we were gonna have KO come out, I'd rather see him in the Randy Cody camp because I'd rather see him back up the top of the card than doing something with a heel like.
Yeah, but I mean, if KO comes out, then you have to put him with Randy because he was complaining about Cody always getting his way. So you couldn't put KO with Cody.
No, then have him put it with Randy and then still have Randy win. And then at least it's more than he's getting help from like someone more legitimate than Pat.
That's true. All right. Well, we have no more questions. And I want to thank the 150 live views that we have. And it's not our scheduled day, Nikki. What?
Guys,
We're
are
awesome.
I love it. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
We do love our fans. So, also, you can watch this on playback if you missed the show. Playback is always great.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to get out of here. Nikki needs to get out here and feed some doggies.
Yep.
I need to feed my doggie too, who's sitting here like a pretty girl. But we will not be on this Sunday. We will be back the following Sunday at our regularly scheduled time.
Mm-hmm.
And we will discuss the outcome of WrestleMania.
Well, that's gonna be. We're gonna be on one that day.
Yes.
We're gonna have a lot to talk
until
about.
then, I'm Catherine. That's my co-host and favorite tag team partner, Nikki. This has been Lipsticks and Lariats. Make sure you don't take a lariat. And we will see y'all in a week. Bye guys.